Lape Banjo Olarinoe has the latest from the newsroom. Really shocking figures, Lape, and questions even our guest was saying about what the reasons for this rise are. But tell us more.
Of course. Now, there are a few interesting things as part of this report, mainly the fact that the calls made to Childline over the coronavirus pandemic lockdown period actually tripled. So aside from that as well, the NSPCC has seen an increase over a 5-year period of the number of cases of sexual abuse cases that we've seen so far. Now, last year alone, 73,000 cases were reported of sexual abuse, and interestingly enough, 449 of those cases happen to have occurred to children under the age of 1. Really, really harrowing stuff there, and it's a horrific experience for the victims. Now, earlier we spoke to Carl Hearn, who explained how damaging that can be for victims like himself. Let's take a listen.
I live with it and just always thought in my own head, you know, what have I done wrong to deserve this? And those type of questions always went around in my head. I was just scared to talk out. You don't think that anyone's going to believe you. And this is what many victims live with on a daily basis. Just think if they speak up, no one's going to believe them and nothing will happen. But obviously, it was until I spoke to the NSPCC that they gave me the courage to actually speak out and go to the police and get my justice, and then obviously start my revival on through the mental health and counselling. And I feel if it wasn't for people like myself raising money for the NSPCC and speaking out, they wouldn't be here in the capacity that they are.
Now, the NSPCC have urged the government to reveal what their strategy will be to tackling sexual abuse cases. Now, the government have said that they were going to do that last year, but didn't actually get round to doing it. And now, following this report, have said that they will now be releasing that at the end of this year. But for the NSPCC, this can't come any sooner, especially for victims like Carl, who need all the help and support they can get going through such a traumatic experience.
Lape, thank you. There have been violent clashes in Belarus where